Hello, hello. Welcome to Magic Mat class tonight. Let's go ahead and start standing. And let's get into that nice wide Pilates V stance. We have our magic circle here. And let's go ahead and just start with a little bit of squatting. Not too much, just a little bit. So we're going to bring that circle into us. We're going to be nice and tall from our tailbone to the top of our head. And then we're just going to track those knees right in between the big toe and the little toe. And you can go down as little or as much as you want to. So we're just going to press in with those arms and we're going to bend the knees and come back up. And as you do this, we're going to do about 5. I want you to maintain that press on that magic circle. And I want you to think about when you're coming down, what does it feel like in your feet? Is one foot a little bit heavier today than the other? Feels like it's more grounded? Does it feel like when you come back up that you have to press up more on one side? Let's do one more. We're just gauging things today. And then from there, I want us to go ahead and do our forward fold. So let's bring the magic circle up and let's see if we can get that pinky toe, big toe, and heel down into the ground. Really ground those feet. Maybe you have to almost shift the hips a little bit to put a little pressure in one leg over the other based on those squats. And then let's roll it on down. So you can just do a forward fold. Doesn't have to be very articulative is a word I've been using, even though I don't think it's really a word. But you just get to sort of roll yourself down. Let gravity take over here at the bottom for this one. And I want you to feel how you're weighted in your feet. And then press those heels in, big toe, little toe, and roll it on up. And let's do one more. Let's forward fold down, roll it on down, let gravity take us. While we're down here, let's go ahead and move those hips a little bit. So let's just swing those hips side to side, trying to keep equal weight in the feet. So really, you know, those hips are moving, but the feet are staying. We're doing a little hips don't lie here tonight. Okay, then bring yourself center, press into those feet, roll yourself all the way up. Now that you're up, let's just do a little side bend. So from the top, you're coming over, keep your hips right where they are. And we're gonna do 2 each side here. And then we're gonna let the hips go. So one more, keep the hips still, press into those feet nice and even, lift it up, and then press on over to that other side. And then reach it up. Now, as you go over, let's kick that hip out. Okay, kick that hip away, and then pull both back to center. Other side, kick that hip over to the opposite side, and then reach it back up. 2 more like that. That's feeling good today for me. Hopefully it's feeling good for you. We're just getting a nice stretch almost, but still work. We're still pressing into that magic circle. We're trying to keep ourselves right in between, as if we were in between 2 panes of glass. And now let's bring those arms down for a second. Okay, let's go back to the squat and see if anything has changed because we worked the hips a little bit. So we're still in that nice wide Pilates V. And you're gonna bring that circle in, tall from your tailbone up to the top of your head. And let's just bring that squat down and bring it up. Squat it down and bring it up. Let's do 3 more here. Yeah, reaching that knee right in between that big toe and that little toe each time. 2 more. And push it up, take it down, then push it up with those heels, right? Let's try just a little bit of rotation. Bring that circle out in front of you. Keep those hips square for the first 2. So you're gonna rotate, and as you rotate towards this side, you're gonna think that this same hip is going forward to keep you nice and square in the hips. And then other side, maybe your range of motion is a little smaller on one side than the other, and that's fine. Come back. We're gonna do 1 more on each side, and then we're gonna play with the hips. So let's just twist, keeping the hips square, bring it center, and then reach to the other side, and then bring it center. Now we're gonna do 2 more where as we go, we're gonna let the hips go with us. Okay, so as we go, let's rotate that hip, but keep the toes pointed where they are. and reach. So you're getting a stretch all the way down the back. And then pull it back to center. And then let's turn to the other side. Rotate, let the hips come with you. Just be careful of that back knee, okay? So we're twisting low and coming back. 2 more. Twist it, let yourself go, let those hips go with you if you want. Bring it back, and then 1 more to that other side. And back. Now let's reach that circle up, and we're gonna go into a little bit of extension. Let's go into a parallel position and about hip distance here, okay? We're gonna take that circle out right in front of us. Circle comes up. Once it gets to the ears, we get to come back into that extension. Little back bend in the upper back, and then we bring it back down. And then we're gonna do that again. So arms lift up, and then we can't go any farther. We get to go into the back bend, and then we bring that back straight up and down, okay? And then we lift the arms, last one, press into those feet, take that nice back bend back, and then come forward. Now, if you want to, on the next 2, you're gonna allow yourself to just sort of lean back even more. So we're doing like a little bit of a something extra, we'll call it today, okay? So if your feet are too narrow to go back and you think you might tip back, just take those legs a little wider, that's all. Take the legs a little wider. I'll even do it so I can show it here. So we bring the arms up, and then as we go back, we're just gonna take the pelvis forward, right? So we're gonna stretch this out. It's kind of like we're in a pelvic tuck here. And then we get to pull it back. And then we take it back, and we just allow it to reach all the way down, and then back. We're gonna do 1 more like that. Bring the arms up to the ears, do your little back bend, then take the hips forward, front of the hips are going forward, and then we get to pull it back. Good. Whew. And we'll see how that goes. Let's go back to those little squats here, right? And again, it doesn't matter how big the squats are. We're just actually trying to figure out if we can get those feet equal weighted. Maybe they already are. Either way, squats are good for us. Okay, so go ahead, bring that circle in front of you. We're gonna dip down into that squat and press into those feet to lift up. So we get to stay nice and tall from tailbone to top of head. Yeah. And we have 3 more. Down and up. Down, up, and last one here. Good, so now we're super warm, so we can do our standing footwork. We're gonna do standing footwork, and then we're gonna do our arm series and our leg series. So don't worry about that. We are getting there. All right, we're in a Pilates V here. Your Pilates V is gonna be as turned out as you need to be able to keep those heels together as you go up, okay? Magic circle, you can press, have a nice press the whole time, or you can alternate press and release with the 4 movements. Okay, let's go ahead and start with the lift of the heel. Then keep those heels together, come into your squat. Press the heels down, reach the legs up. 4 more. Lift, bend the knees, take the heels down, lift your body up. I'm just doing a nice steady press in this magic circle, just so I kind of have that engagement in my upper body. Bend the knees, take the heels down, straighten the legs, last one. Lift up onto the toes, bend the knees, take the heels down, and reach the legs up. Let's switch that. We're gonna bend the knees first. We've kind of been here, but wider. Then we're gonna lift up those heels, rise up, and then take the heels down. Again, squat, lift the heels, bring ourselves up, heels come down. Squat, lift, come tall, and then bring the heels down. I think we have 2 more. Let's bend, lift, up, heels come down. And then again, we're gonna squat, lift those heels, bring it up tall, and come back down. If you need to, you can shake that up, right? It might be a necessary evil here to like shake it on out. Okay. Then we're gonna bring those hands in front of us. We're gonna do our presses. So you can be in any stance you want to right now. I've decided apparently that I'm gonna be in a little wider parallel. And we're gonna do 10 presses. We're just gonna press out. We're gonna reach those fingers nice and long. We are straight out from the shoulders as much as you can be. And 2 more. Good. Go ahead and take the shoulder roll. Come on up. So wherever you need to be here. So your head's in a nice alignment there. And we're pressing 10. Rep 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. Then we come down, roll out those shoulders, and then we're gonna go low. Nice and low. We're gonna do 10. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go back behind, okay? So we're gonna press it back, and we're just gonna press into that circle. We're gonna push it together, we're gonna smush it, or we're just gonna hold it and think about how open we can have our chest in the front. Sometimes just holding it is enough. 2 more. There we go. All right, now we're gonna come to the side. So let's do maybe a Pilates V here. Wide stance. And then I'm gonna put my hand on my hip, but you can reach it up, you can put it back behind your head, you can be wherever you want to. And we're gonna do 15 presses here. Okay, nice, nice and tall. We are square with those shoulders and those hips. Our fingertips are still reaching long with that heel of the hand on the magic circle handle. And 2 more. And then let's take it to that other side. Magic circle on the hip. Let's take the heel down to the handle here. I'm going to put my hands on my other hip and let's press and press. So we have that nice, like thinking that we have a box between our shoulders and our pelvis. As we do this one, we're standing nice and tall. If you feel like you're locking those knees out, you can always bend them a little bit. That's okay too. 3, 2, 1, and done. Okay, let's do our standing leg work, and then we're going to get down into the mat. Let's put that magic circle right in between the ankles. And a little bit higher than the ankles. Feet are in parallel here, okay? And then we're gonna reach up to one side, and we're gonna do 8 presses. And 2 more. We're gonna come down, we're gonna go to the other side, so we're gonna alternate today. All right, so put those hands on the hips, come over to the other side, and we're just squeezing in. So hands can be on the hips, they can be back behind the head, they can be on a wall, they can be reaching nice and tall. 2, 1, come back down, and then we're gonna take that circle to the front, okay? I want you to think that maybe, just maybe, we place it right behind the ankle today, okay? So like the handle here, it might be on the side of this leg, but it's right behind, right above the heel, like Achilles tendon, right back there, okay? Whew. And we're gonna press it towards us. Press that leg towards us. It's a lot of work for that standing leg. 3, 2, and 1. So we'll come around. We'll have to set that back up so you can do it on the other side. So I want you to think that you come around to the front, and then you're gonna put the handle of that magic circle right on that Achilles tendon. So it's right above the heel of your foot here. Come up nice and tall on that standing leg, and then lift that leg, and then press it back. Press that heel back toward the other leg. 4, 3, 2, and 1. One more for a bonus. Okay, so now we're gonna come forward. So let's put it back behind, and then we're gonna put it towards the front of the foot today. We're gonna stand at a little bit of an angle here, and we'll see. Might have to put it up just a little bit higher. Okay, and we're gonna lift up, woo, and then we're gonna press it in. So the front of the leg is pressing in. So it's just a little bit different than what we've been doing the last couple of months. 3, 2, and 1, and then bring it on down. Sometimes this feels a little bit harder than just moving the legs, but it is just a little tiny bit different. So I wanted to give this a try tonight. So let's put that, let's see here. Let's put that on the back, and then we're gonna have this one on the front. So it's kind of like the same thing that we were, except we're gonna come to that front leg, and then we're gonna press it forward. Ooh, a little tricky for me on the side. 3, 2, and 1, and then we're gonna come down. We're gonna take that circle out. We're gonna come down to the mat. So that's our standing half. All right, I could have done some extra sculpts there, but decided not to. Okay, so we're gonna come down. We're gonna do our 100 with this magic circle around the knee. So go ahead and bring it down and put your feet on the floor for a second. I want you to pull out into that magic circle, and I want you to take your arms nice and wide if you can on the ground, okay? From here, I want you to put the insides of your feet together. You're still pressing out into that circle, and I want you to take those knees over to the side, but you're still pressing out into that circle, okay? And then press out into the circle to pull your legs back to center. All right, and I'm sure you were thinking it, stretchy, but there is some work there. So you're gonna take that over, stretch it, and then as you come back, if insides of the feet are together, you're gonna pull that magic circle, pull those knees back up. Let's do 2 more on each side. So you're gonna come over to the side, and then you're gonna start your exhale. You're gonna lift those knees up and pull yourself in. So the whole time, you are pressing out into that magic circle as you stretch. That's why sometimes it's nice to have your arms nice and wide here, and then pull it up, right? So the leg that's coming up is, you're still pulling out, but the leg that's coming up, you're really trying to pull it in. And that exhale from really low helps. So come over to that other side, do a nice stretch here, but you're still pulling on that circle. That top leg is pulling you up as you come back. So 1 more on this other side. Keep the insides of the feet together if you can. Come on over, and then come back up to center. All right, now go ahead and put those feet down. You might want to walk them out a little bit. We're going to go into our 100. So let's bring those arms up to that ceiling. Okay, nice big inhale, press out into that magic circle. Exhale to come up, bring the arms down, and then start pumping. Inhale for 5, and exhale for 5. Inhale, and exhale. Whole time, you're gonna pressing out into that magic circle, and as you press into that magic circle, pump these arms, inhaling and exhaling. I want you to think that you're trying to really pull your waistband into that ground, into your mat. Okay, inhale for 5. And exhale for 5. Let's do 2 more breaths. I know it will be 100, but I don't think anyone's gonna have a problem with that. The last breath, inhale, and exhale. Keep that pressure in that magic circle, come back. And then I want you to walk your feet out, heels are down, toes are up, pull out into that magic circle, and then you're gonna come up, squeeze out, and see if you can come up into that roll up. Then as you're up here, you might wanna walk those feet out a little bit, pull out into that magic circle, bring yourself back. So tailbone, sacrum comes down, each part of that spine comes down, bring the arms up overhead. Then you're gonna tuck that chin. Here's your upper ab curl right here. You're just here. Press out into that magic circle, pull through, come up and over. We're gonna do 2 more. Bring it on down. Bring those arms up. Then come up into that upper ab curl, push through it, pull out on that magic circle to come back up. The last one. Down. And then we're gonna come up. So we're gonna tuck the chin, press up on that magic circle, come up and over. And then you get to come down, take the magic circle with you, and then bring the right leg up, right? Go ahead, you can straighten your standing leg, the leg that's on the mat, or you can bend it a little bit, whatever you wanna do. We're gonna just stretch a little bit here. So we're gonna stretch this leg back, and then let it go a little bit. And then stretch it back. You can bend those arms, right? We're trying to stretch out the back of the body here, maybe even the hips a little bit, depending on what's going on. And then 1 more. Stretch it, take your opposite leg long, and then we need to press into that magic circle, come up. This is our tree. So maybe we even get to touch here, and then we get to come back. So we're gonna roll ourselves back, open up those shoulders, and then as we come back, it's gonna be like a one leg roll down. Then we get to bring that back, okay? Then we get to tuck the chin, come through that upper curl, press into that magic circle. You can bend the arms. You can come up a little bit and lower it a little bit. We're just playing with tree. Just playing with tree. Bring it up and then roll it back down. And bring that leg back with you. And we're gonna do one more. So I think this will be 3, so you need to remember it on the other side. We come up, let's lower the leg and lift the leg. Lower it and lift it. And so you can think about, can you lower and lift and still maintain? As you can see, like even me here, oh, it's a lot of work. I almost have to pull back a little bit, and that's okay. And then we're gonna roll it back down. And we're gonna repeat that on the other side. So you're gonna put your left foot in or your other foot in. It's my left. I'm gonna put my foot down here, and we're gonna do our stretches first, okay? So we get to do some stretches here. We're gonna do 3 of them. We're gonna pull the leg in. Again, the opposite leg can be long if you want to. For me today, I'm gonna have it bent back. And then we're gonna come back one more time. And now I'm gonna lengthen that leg out. I'm gonna straighten my arm, I'm gonna tuck my chin, and we're gonna roll ourselves up. As we get up, we're gonna bend those arms so the leg stays high for our tree. And then we're gonna lower and lift. Lower and lift. And then as we come back, we get to straighten the arms, we get to bring the low part of our back down, and then we get to reach back with the head. We're gonna tuck the chin, we're gonna come up, we're gonna press into that magic circle, bend the arms, keep the leg up, and let's bend and straighten again, right? And then you can let your leg do some of the work. Yeah, this is pretty high, so you're gonna probably have to pull a little bit. We straighten the arms and we get to roll ourselves back. And we have one more, right? We can't cheat ourselves. This tree's actually quite nice like this. Okay, so we come up and we can bend and straighten. And we're bending and straightening the elbows. Tree would be more of a bend and straighten with the leg, but we're just doing it with the elbows today. So we need to stretch and bring it up down. Let's go ahead, pop ourselves up one more time. We're gonna do one leg ball. So we're gonna skip single leg circle because we did tree instead. So we're gonna put that magic circle around the knees. We're gonna press out like crazy. You can do some mini reps here. Otherwise, let's use that breath. Nice big inhale. And exhale up. Nice big inhale. Press into that magic circle as you come up. Let's do 3 more. Use the breath. So good. 2 more. Nice wide elbows. 1 more here. We're gonna come up. We're gonna put that magic circle around the outsides of the leg. A little hard to get into it. Right along the ankles there. And then we're just gonna do a little open leg rocker. Ooh, I'm gonna keep my hands low for this one. So you're gonna press out in that circle. I'm gonna keep my arms nice and wide. We're just gonna do 3. Just changing it up a little bit. And back. And up. And let's take that circle down. We're gonna go to a bridge. I know we're kind of all over the place a little bit, but when there's only 15 minutes after the standing work, we gotta get some different things in here. So we're gonna go to a shoulder bridge, and then we're gonna do a little bit of extension work today. So theme here is that we have this right around those knees. You're gonna press out, and let's just take it up half. And then take it down half. Take it up half, and take it down half. Up half, down half. 3 more like that. Up half, down half. 2 more. We're just really rocking here in that low back. Now on this one, you get to go up all the way. Press it up, press out into that circle, and then roll it on down. We're gonna do 3 more like that. So you're gonna reach it up. Should be ready. We did lots of squats, and we did A little bit of rocking, all that good stuff. Last one up. Go ahead and keep it up here. And then just press out into your magic circle a little bit. It might not feel like it's going anywhere, but you're going to do 20 pulses. So right now I'm on 10, 15, and last 2, 1, and then bring it on down. You can also do that with a ball in between, and then you can pulse in. Pulsing out's a little bit of a different beast, and that's okay. Let's come on up and let's go to some extension work, okay? We are gonna come back and play around a little bit with child's pose in between, so no worries there. So let's go ahead and start. Let's put the magic circle to the side just for a second, and then let's put our forehead or our hands to our forehead. All right, so we're gonna do our swan, and I want you to have those legs long. I want you to pelvic tuck to have some length in your low back. Step those hands, and then I want you to just come up on an inhale and lift the head with the hands. So your head always stays on the forehead. Okay, 2 more like that. Inhale and reach. Legs are long. They stay long as you come down. 1 more. Inhale, reach up. And exhale to come down. Now that you have that back bend, you're going to go ahead and place that magic circle out in front of you. You're going to lift your hands up on top of that magic circle, and then you're going to do the same thing. Head comes up. You're going to press down into that magic circle. Maybe you come a little bit higher. Reach those legs long, and then exhale to come down. 2 more. Inhale to reach up. Your low back's nice and long, and exhale to come down. Last one. Inhale, reach it up. And exhale to come down. Go ahead, put the magic circle down. Come back for a child's pose. Or crack your knees. Like whatever you need to do there. I like to do a wiggly cat here. And we're going to do our 1 leg kick. So we're going to come back, center here on our bellies. And then we're going to hold this magic circle just like this. So your palm, the palm of your hand is going to be right on that handle. And I want you to sort of press in on the magic circle, lengthen those legs behind you, reach your head and the top of your body up like you're a little sphinx, like one of those Egyptian sphinx. And then you're going to kick, and kick, and you're going to press into that magic circle so you stay lifted and you stay connected, arms connected to the mat. Let's do 3 more, 2 more, and last one. Then reach it down and go ahead, come all the way back. Come into that nice rounded back. Wiggle your booty if you need to. Okay, plenty of time. We're going to do our swimming here. Okay, so we're going to come out. We're going to do 1 more extension. Okay, so we're going to get in that same swan-like position. Legs are straight out. Okay, you can be in a little bit of turnout, but it makes it a little harder to swim when you're like that. So lengthen that low back. Go ahead and put your hands on top of that magic circle. Reach yourself up. Take those legs out. You'll lift them, and then you get to swim. And as you swim, you can press down in the magic circle and then lift up. Press down and lift up. Press down and lift up. Let's do 2 more presses. And last one, reach it up, put the magic circle down, come back into that child's pose. Ooh, so good. So good. And then we're going to end, I think, with teaser. So we did tree earlier, 1 leg. So now we get to end with 2-legged tree, which is teaser. Okay, so let's do our roll like a ball version. So you're going to take your feet on the inside of that magic circle, and then you're going to hold. My arms are on the outside here, so we're pressing in. And then we're going to do the same exact thing. It's like a roll up with our legs coming up. So we're going to tuck the chin. We're going to come out. We're going to come up. And then we're going to bend the knees and roll ourselves back, just like we did with that 1 leg tree. And then reach it out. Oof. And bring it back down. I didn't get very far on that one, and that's okay. So I'm gonna reach a little bit lower with the legs, do a little bit more of an upper curl to come back up. And then reach it down. Let's do one more. Reach it up, press it out, come on up. As we're here, let's just bend the knees and reach them up. Bend the knees, reach them up, bend and reach. Last one, bend and reach. I think we all know that even though it's time, we have to come center and at least do two of my favorite things in the world, which is our little mermaid side stretch. So let's go ahead and stack those legs, sit crisscross applesauce, or whatever's comfortable for you. This may also be a good option. Okay. So we're gonna sit, we're gonna put the top of our hand on the magic circle, out of your arm or a little bit in front, not behind, okay? Go ahead, reach it up, press down, reach up and over, and then bring yourself up. One more. Reach it over and press it up. Switch the legs, please. And let's bring this out to the side. Bring it home. Reach that arm up, press that knee down, press into the circle, reach over, and stack up. And one more. Reach it over, and stack it back up. And I just want to thank you for coming this week. And I want you to know that you are magical in case no one has told you all week or all day or since I have seen you last. So thank you for coming. I appreciate it. You're magical. And I will see you next time.